I realized about the topics of IVF, surrogacy, and how it is a slippery slope and it just keeps getting worse. Out of these 4 babies, they just needed 1. So all these 3 babies are killed. And they're killed by injecting an injection which causes cardiac arrest in the baby. Okay, hello. I am Les Maria. I'm from EVA Pro Life organization from Mumbai. I come from a family with 7 kids. I'm the eldest one, and we are 3 brothers and 4 sisters. And I was like always pro-life, and when I got to know more, I never knew what happens in abortion. I knew it was wrong, and when I got to know what happens in abortion, that just disturbed me so much that I wanted more people to know about it. And similarly, when I touched abortion, I realized about the topics of IVF, surrogacy, and how it is a slippery slope and it just keeps getting worse. So now we are here at this IVF exhibit. So when everyone came, we started with most of the people did not know what IVF exactly, how it happens. So in this exhibit, we are trying to explain the process of IVF. So since we know we need an egg and a sperm for a life to be created. So in the process of IVF, first we retrieve eggs. So in a normal functioning woman, an ovary releases just 1 egg. But in IVF, we inject a hormone which makes the woman produce multiple eggs. Consider we take 13 eggs from the ovary, 13 eggs are produced and we take 13 eggs. The second is sperm, and sperm is taken from the father, and the father sees pornographic content and technically he masturbates the sperm out, and we just see how egg retrieval itself was unnatural, how sperm retrieval, which is supposed to be like a baby should be out of love, this is clearly out of lust. And the third is insemination, where we are fusing the the egg and the sperm, and then we have, now I said 13 eggs. So each egg is in a petri dish and the sperm is let into it and then they unite. So we have 13 lives created, and the parents just want 1 child. So what will we do with the 13? So the doctor checks which are the healthy embryos. So consider we got there are 4 very very healthy embryos, and at times the parents would say I want these. That is what this exhibit is about. We are building the baby. Oh, we want someone who is male with black hair. So we are seeing, out of these 13 who are male with black hair, okay, I got 4 of them. So these 4 babies, these are healthy embryos. They're implanted into the mother, and then now all 4 are surviving well, and mother only needs 1 child. Now what will happen to all these 3, all the other 3 children? So the process now that's going to be taking place is called selective reproduction. Out of these 4 babies, they just needed 1. So all these 3 babies are killed, and they're killed by injecting an injection which causes cardiac arrest in the baby, and the 3 babies in the uterus die. So out of these 13 lives created, 3 are already dead by now. And let's consider the baby is born. Let's name the baby Ethan. Okay, now the baby is born. Now we have 9 embryos still left. What will we do to the 9 embryos? If the parents are just not since IVF itself costs lakhs, preserving the baby costs even more money. So if the parents are not well off, they would just ask you can discard the baby. So these embryos are just thrown as medical waste, and that itself shows how inhuman, and we are depriving the person of the dignity and worth, and we are just discarding it. If the parents are well off, what they'll do is they'll go to preserve the baby. So that process is called cryopreservation, where these babies are freezed forever. So here we have the exhibits for cryopreservation. This is one exhibit where we show how we are freezing the baby. And if you see in our fridge, we keep vegetables, meat, ice creams. Here we are keeping humans inside freezer, and we are freezing them in time, and we never know till what time, till mostly the time till they can afford, the parents can afford. So now consider they want to go for a second child. Now they'll take these babies that were frozen, these embryos that were frozen in cryopreservation. So we cannot, just as when we want to make chicken curry, we will not just directly take the frozen meat and just make it. We'll want to unfreeze it. So similarly, even these embryos are taken out from this cryopreservation and they are left to come to a certain temperature. If you know NICU, how the babies in NICU are treated, they're given that adequate warmth and everything. Just because these babies were products of IVF, we treat them so unworthy and we just remove their dignity out of them. These are left, this is a very unnatural process. So not every embryo will survive it. So we have 9 embryos which are cryopreserved, and out of them only 4 make it because 5 died during the process of unfreezing. We could say unfreezing, and then so now we have 4 embryos and they want to go for second child, but consider this also will cost, but their business suddenly crash. Now they are like, oh, we can't do one more IVF, we have 4, what will we do? They thought, okay, we'll donate it. So these people will donate it, consider for medical research or any other reasons. So what happens is when these embryos are donated, the industry or the lab, whatever, they would hire a surrogate mother to and then implant these embryos in her womb. And just as the baby is born, after 9 months, when the baby is delivered, within few hours the baby's organs have to be harvested. That is this baby organ not for sale, the exhibit which we have over here. And these are the stories of different babies, how from their lungs or different parts of their bodies certain vaccines were created, and we have enough research to back this. So this is one thing that happens when the embryos are donated. They are taken for research for purposes, and you see how bad that is. We start from selective reduction. If you see history, we see Hitler killed Jews because he thought they did not deserve to live, and he killed so many Jews. Similarly in IVF also we were segregating, out of these 13, these four deserve to live, and we already killed so many lives. If you see in abortion, we just have one tomb. In IVF we have so many tombs, that makes it a graveyard. And I talked about baby Ethan. So baby Ethan is happily with his family, but we did not realize for one baby Ethan, the mother and the father had to murder so many of his brothers and sisters for that one child. And IVF is so often advertised as this. How happy they are getting a baby. But the reality of this is this, it's death. And there is one trending thing that is happening is freezing your eggs. I do not want to have baby now, I'm healthy, I'll freeze my eggs. But freezing eggs, though it's so promoted and people just widely support it, what they do not realize, the next step is IVF. Because if you want to have a baby, these eggs have to go through the process of IVF. Again, we are promoting this evil through even freezing of the eggs. And so IVF is advertised as it's very successful, but its success rate is really low. And if we have played dartboard, we know that hitting the bullseye is very tough. IVF is similar. The bullseye is the baby. For one baby, we think we can hit the baby, but we know when we play dartboard, we hit all other places. So in IVF we go for cryopreservation, we'll have to do selective reduction. The chances of getting the baby is very low. And that pretty much summarizes it. Thank you.